All right. Well, off the bat, Goodfellas is one of my fucking favorite movies of all time, and it's one I always go back to. So when I ended up in the news, I was like, oh, hey, this is interesting. And lo and behold, guess what that's about? Yes, in our world full of soft people who are offended by fucking everything, of course they couldn't stop people from watching Goodfellas, but they had to just had to put out a massive disclaimer saying, "Oh my God, this movie's so terrible. It's offensive. It talks about offensive things and it's offensive to fucking other people." And these are the soft, pathetic fucking people that perpetrate our society today. People who are nothing like the characters portrayed in Goodfellas. People who don't give a fuck about anything and will do whatever it takes to succeed. So let's go over all the offensive things that Goodfellas and gangster movies do just to really stick it to the fucking idiots who think that this safe and inclusive world is the way that the world really is. We can never make great art when we're held back by the stupid diversity bullshit perpetrating our society. And we may not ever get any movies like Goodfellas, and that in itself is a fucking crime. That a movie like Goodfellas can't be made today because of so many fucking soft individuals who cry, piss, and moan whenever something bad is portrayed in art. For example, let's have a look at the Goodfellas Parents Guide content rating on IMDb. Now, right off the bat, seems like there's a lot. Surprisingly mild sexual sex and nudity, which obviously, like there's still a lot of them. Man and woman are making out, the man's shirt comes off, but nothing after that. Like, what the fuck? Like, I guess, yeah, this is for parental guides, but this is the kind of shit that they like go over just 100% to make it sound like it's such a bad thing. Drug use is pretty strong, yes. Cocaine is snorted quite a few times, mostly implied explicit scenes. Several scenes where drugs are being taken place in the kitchen. Moderate to severe drugs play a role in the downfall of some characters. Man beats his son as a punishment. His mother tries to stop him. This is a very dark and serious movie. There are almost no morally good characters in the movie. It just goes on and on and on. Frightening and intense scenes. Joe Pesci's character is a raging psychopath, and scenes involving him can be intense and violence is always a possibility. The, in some ways, this almost makes this sound like a compelling movie. And when we kick back at these types of things, oh man, we've just utterly fucked ourselves over in the grand scheme of things. Look at this. Words, ass, balls, bastard, bitch, bullshit, cocksucker, crap, damn, dickhead. I'm not gonna say that. Fuck, goddamn, jerk off, motherfucker. Oh, it just keeps going on and on. So yes, this is a movie that was shown to be extremely bad for the modern audience. And surprisingly, people have frozen corpses discovered in the back of a meat truck, no blood. Look at all the violence, look at all the entries. I mean, Scorsese just took it up to the 10 on this one. And in many ways, it's just a beautiful film. It's just beautiful. But I mean, isn't that the whole point of the movie? Wasn't that what Scorsese was going for? To show the side that nobody else would show because everybody else was too pussy to say it. Sometimes you just have to have those people in society. Those people who just don't give a fuck, speak their mind, show people how the world really is. And that's a sign of a true artist. And to stomp all over that because people's feelings might get hurt is a real thing that we should be fighting in our society. Because at the end of the day, people are fucking bastards. People are sometimes some of the worst things you can realize. And painting light on that in an artistic way, like a film, really shows people some like a very interesting side of our society, something that like people like to pretend doesn't exist, but it's an unfortunate reality of life. So what are we gonna do? Are we saying that no movie like Goodfellas should ever exist because of harmful stereotypes and non-inclusive modern progressivism? I'd say that's regressionism, and the oftentimes the leftist movements are actually destroying our society as opposed to pushing things forward. Yeah, Goodfellas is a fucking amazing movie, but there's another one too that we can cover. Casino is another fantastic 90s era gangster portrayal that is just an incredible movie, too. I would say it's the weaker of the two just simply because I love Goodfellas so fucking much. But it's yet another movie that is going to be very hated upon by now by that crowd. The crowd that bitches and fucking moans about every goddamn thing when it comes to diversity and inclusion and safe spaces. So yeah, let's have a look at the IMDb of Casino. Now, like, I mean, of fucking course, this is obviously has an exception for like people who are too young to be viewing these movies. But I would argue on the case in point is like coming growing up, people are gonna have access to this media whether you like it or not. And I think that most of these stories are generally cautionary tales showing the downfall of what could you do if you go this path in life. Now, I mean, Casino is the type of movie that would most certainly have a warning, probably for offensive modern audiences. But I mean, it's a movie that almost seems to go to the extreme, almost dare I say, slasher type film on this material, and he really goes off those. So let's go over the sex and nudity portion of it. A man and woman seen having sex briefly, no nudity at all. A woman takes off her dress. When a woman's changing clothes, woman dresses that. Two scenes which imply oral sex, neither are graphic. Neither, both scenes have been cut away for anything happens. Very severe gore. Dead body has a bloody chest wound. A woman is shot in the head 3 times. The perpetrator tilts the head to the side so the blood is shown coming out of her mouth. A man is getting beaten up in an alley, mostly off screen. A dead couple has very bloody bullet wounds. Two cops shoot a man, and we see blood spurts. Blood shows she is a man, and there's more. See all 19. Jesus, Casino has some mostly because it has a few of those segments. Godfather 1 and 2, another great movies. Not definitely doesn't appeal as much to the modern audience. The violence in Casino is shocking, graphic, and very gruesome. Definitely one of the most violent non-horror movies of time all time. But like that's exactly what I was saying. Like it's kind of a slasher movie in terms of it's showing this life as a bad thing. It's not like we're like when it comes to arts and video games and movies and whatnot, we're not like this is exploring the human psyche. This is not like we're not taking a jab at Italians or anything. And obviously, people are not that stupid nowadays, or at least I would hope to thinking that all Italians are like this, because Italians are freaking awesome. And if I was an Italian, I would love this side of the culture because it's very interesting. Like movies and gangster culture is very interesting. Look at this profanity. Heavy profanity throughout pretty much every scene. Look at that. Some anti Semitic language. I can't even remember when that was. 422 fucking uses of the word fuck. Oh, that's fucking legendary. That's fucking legendary in Casino. Alright, let's look at the alcohol, drugs, and smoking part. Cocaine is snorted multiple times, in one case in the presence of a child. Oh my god. That's a bad one. That was fucking, oh man, that was a great scene. Uh, that's funny. People smoke and drink in the bar on several occasions. Frequent cigarette smoking. Smokes in nearly every scene he's in. Robert De Niro. That Robert De Niro who chose to be leftist, you got to give it to Niro. He's old. He's probably somewhat senile. He's confused. We gotta put Robert De Niro in a few more gangster roles. That would be amazing. Oh. That's funny, and that's those these are the things that fucking these are the things that really make a movie compelling, is when they seems to just not give a fuck. That was James Woods, by the way. That was Mr. James Woods himself. Oh, that's funny. Frightening intense scenes. Okay, so this one really takes the cake. Nicky Santoro's explosive personality may be intense, which is disturbing because we're in a massive hold of intention. He threatens a bank worker that he's gonna kill him. Oh my god. This is easily Martin Scorsese's most violent film, with the violence being extremely realistic and graphic. Great movie. And it's just this type of thing that, you know, this is you're taking a look into a whole different world here, and that's what Scorsese was so brilliant with. So I don't know, this whole inclusivity warning label just affirms my point that we live in a society of just soft people who yak and talk on social media, but in real life are just fucking pussies. And you know what? Like these are the kinds of things that aren't helping, really. I mean, we want stoic people, and if everybody's offended by everything, and we can't make in media because of offended people all the time, then what the fuck are we even doing? We can't make games because they might offend people. We can't make movies because they might offend people. We can't make cartoons. Well, you know, in South Park's defense, we still have South Park. I don't know. Maybe one day someone will come along and we'll get great movies like Goodfellas. But you know what? The way they want to make it nowadays, they want to make everything fucking stupid, everything weak, and every character just stupid, withering, politically correct fucking loser.